Mr. Lee was a member here for 57 years.
Wow.
Every day like clockwork. He would be here to have his wine, bear with me, shoot pool, and socialize. That was his life. Mr. Lee never missed a day unless it was due to illness, being stuck in the hospital, something to that nature. He was always here like clockwork. Come in first thing in the morning, have his wine, hang out and socialize with everybody, shoot some pool, have his NASCAR, his football pools, had all that going on as well. He was quite the busy man in his corner. He was in here during the COVID time when we had to shut down. He showed up, always wanted to help. Got down on his hands and knees, scrubbing the floor, sweeping. One day we were in here cleaning up, doing some work. He grabbed a broom, started sweeping. It was a little warm, passed out. Marty and I rushed over to his aid. Marty got him some wet towels, tried to cool him down, called the EMTs. They come and checked him out, wanted to take him back to the hospital for some more tests. He looked at him sternly. He said, "No, I'm good." That's Mr. Lee. Sorry. His stubbornness was something beyond belief. He'd be in here having his drinks towards the end of the day. He'd get up, not under the best conditions, and try to depart to head home. We'd always offer to help him out. Our bartenders, anybody sitting around, would always try to offer to help him out. He most of the time tried to refuse. Said he was good, he could carry on. Caught on to that very quickly. So he would get up like he was going to the bathroom and he'd sneak out his double doors. Stop saying goodbye and just disappear. His birthdays became a pretty big celebration in here, almost like a national holiday. For those that have been here and know, you know what I'm talking about. It was a big event that a lot of people look forward to. He used to I travel a lot, so he used to go on his side every time I saw me. Asked me where I went, where I come from. Always had a story for everywhere I've been. His favorite place was Charleston. I spent a lot of time there. Tell me the same story every time. Every detail was the same. He loved Charleston. He used to tell me when I was leaving, getting ready to go out of town. He said, "Don't worry about your wife, you're married to my girlfriend." I could go on and on, but I'm sure everybody's got some stories to tell. So I'm going to turn it over to Jackson. He's got a few words to say. Once he's done, anybody that has a story or wants something to say, just please raise your hand. Jackson.
Just want to
say how much I appreciate such a wonderful turnout. Mr. Lee, as you call him, Mr. Lee. He entrusted in me to be his executor of his estate, and I'm glad he's taken on a major responsibility. But it's an honor because of all of you who loved him so much. You have a lot more stories than I do. I have some stories, but yours are better, I would say. And from the heart, and mine are too. I want to say for the last few years, Pam has taken care of him, and he had issues with various things. As he said, the driving was the biggest one. And we were always kind of interested in how he could do what he did. And finally the doctor said, listen, he needs to have the keys taken away. I said, that's time. But about that time, he couldn't drive anyway. So it was, he lived all the way up to the very end. The very night that he passed away, my wife came over and said, hey, Lee, it's Miss Momo. Hey, Momo, how are you? And he knew he still had everything going for him. And I was pinching his toe, praying to God, please take him to heaven. Please take him to heaven. And later on that evening, he passed away. But a wonderful man, wonderful career. Can you imagine, 96 years old, still driving? That's amazing. So I'm glad that so many of you are here. You loved him to death. He's right over there. I'll tell you right now, if the man had a bone structure you wouldn't believe, and that arm must weigh 50 pounds. So thank you so much. What a great crowd. What a wonderful, I could feel it from you. Thank you so much.
Pammy wanted me to put out a few things that, something that he repeated every day to her at the breakfast table. She said every morning he would meet her at the breakfast table and tell her that how much he loved the fleet, that this was his home. He was so happy to come in the doors and so depressed to leave the doors when he came here. Just put that out there. If there's anybody that's got anything they'd like to say.
Don't know him? My name's Marty. He and I, every day for 7 years. The Pammy's, he'd come here, 9:30, 9:40. We'd sit, we'd talk. He was back. He was my friend because he said I was his Christian friend. So, every day I have birds, parrots, so Lee would bring me his newspapers that he'd get every day. I saved them for 7 years because I noticed as I was sorting through the papers, he'd get the crossword puzzle every day. 2 of them in pen. So can anybody give me a 3-letter word for diaper most of the time? That would be wet. Can anybody give me a 5-letter word for fragrant wood?
Pecan?
That would be cedar. He did his crossword in ink, 2 of them, and I thought that was pretty amazing. He filled me with all kinds of love. One particular story that sticks out, we all know Lee was a golfer. One particular tournament, they were golfing, and the opposing team, the guy had to make a 3-inch putt to win the tournament. He missed. He got so frustrated, he picked up his golf bag, walked over to the pond, and threw all his golf clubs in the pond, he said, oh, he's done, he's going to his car. He Ellie, I said, no, he'll come back. Those are good clubs. Come and get him back. So they waited a few minutes. Here the guy comes back, walking back. And Lee's partner said, I told you he's coming back to get them clubs. Well, the guy went in the pond to get the clubs. All I did was reach in the guy's car keys and threw the clubs back in the car. So, anybody knew Lee? He was an awesome individual, American patriot, American treasure, I call him. He was here for every Thanksgiving. We did our opening prayer for Thanksgiving, Christmas dinners, and I'll miss him every day.
Good afternoon to everyone. I just wanted to say 3 years ago when I first rejoined here with the auxiliary, I met Mr. Lee. He was one of the first people that I met here. And he was wonderful. He didn't meet no strangers, as everyone has said. And he stuck out to me was the one thing that he said to me. He said, Evelyn, you are the first non-white girlfriend that I've had. I just love it. It just touched my heart. I said, that's an honor. I'm going to miss him so very much. So much. He had a lot of girlfriends, but I was the first non-white one. That's what he told me. And it stuck with me.
I met Lee a long, long time ago when I used to be a bartender here. I took her to Lucille for almost 4 years before she passed. Every day I'd come in and play pool taps. Lee never put in $1. The book. So every time somebody, I gave him the winning stack. So Mary and I would get out and all of a sudden, please, I had a 5 and some zeros. I had a 250. $250. So Bill was home, Lee, Mr. Lucky, because he's telling me always. And got him down there to bring him in food, taking sandwiches, soup, what have you. He was Marty's wife, and Marty, she always had something to eat. We always took care of him, making sure he had everything he needed. So he is dearly missed, and I know everybody who loves him is going to miss him here. Thank you.
One in the back. Go ahead.
I met Mr. Lee over 40 years ago. And at that time, I told him I had a stepfather, and I didn't know who my real father was, and I never would. And he said, I'll be your daddy.
Go ahead, Ted.
I met Mr. Lee about 3 years ago. Came in here to do some work. Met the man, and every time I was in here, I would see him sit there. And if we had any military men or women that came in, young, coming in on the base or whatnot, he would always introduce himself and speak to them. And he was always thankful for what they do, thankful for everything, spoke to them about what he did. And he was such an awesome man. He was an awesome, awesome guy. I'm glad I got to meet him for 3 years. It was the last of his life. And he was phenomenal.
I just want to say that on February 15th, 2020, Mr. Lee inducted me into the International Association of Turtles. And I still have my honorary card, so you bet your sweet ass on it.
I think Lee touched a lot of people's hearts, and he really cared about this place, the military, our country. He, in his 80s and 90s, he was still enlisting sailors in the Fleet Reserve. So they would come in here and he would give them their oath of enlistment. In his mid-80s, he was breaking tile in our offices when we were having them. on his hands and knees breaking tile. I come in here and every Wednesday he'd be here with the Wednesday crew, and I'd always ask him if he's kicking their butts in pool, and he'd say no, but he was. I don't think, some of them are here, and I don't think, he didn't get beat very often, did he? Yeah, Mr. Lee he was a great person. He ran a football pool, as people said. When I'd come in here, I'd come to my seat, and he'd come around, and he'd walk real slow, and if he was reaching in his shirt pocket, I knew I was getting a new pool sheet, and if he was reaching in his back pocket, I knew I want something. So, he was a wonderful man.
I'm Lee's next door neighbor. We lived beside him for like 39 years. Have nothing but good things to say about him. I remember one time we had a hurricane. We had a generator, and you know how everyone comes out after it's over. And we had called. I said, "Lee, you like a cup of coffee?" "Oh yes." So he came in. He said, "That was the best cup of coffee he ever had in his life." That's about it.
Anyone else? Pastor Norm?
No, you were.
All right, I want to mention, I came across a 7-page, handwritten, printed, not script, 7 pages, hand-printed, about his career in the Navy. Made a copy of it, scanned it, and got it on PDF. Got a copy up here. Copy only, original I'll obviously keep. I'll let you know that if you want to see what a career of 30 years, handwritten, printed, not, and it's just wonderful. I have got that on PDF, and anybody would like to have a copy of it, I can certainly give you one.
Secretary, please take the roll.
Shipmate President Joan DeCalciano.
Present.
Shipmate Mike McClure.
Present.
Shipmate Deb McClure.
Present.
Shipmate Marty Martineau.
Present.
Shipmate Walter Moniz.
Present.
Shipmate Bill Ayers.
Present.
Shipmate Lena Noel Wood.
Present.
Shipmate Gordon Dempster.
Present.
Shipmate Austin. Shipmate Leon Austin. Shipmate Leon Mr. Lee Austin.
The shipmate is present but unable to answer.
Let us silently pray for our shipmate.
Uncover. Shipmates cover. Attention shipmates, we have assembled here to pay our tribute to Mr. Lee, who has received orders to serve on the staff of the Supreme Commander. Shipmate Austin sailed through life's cruise, meeting his share of calms and storms, adverse tides, and favoring winds. Shipmate Austin, ship of life, has come to its final anchorage in a harbor still uncharted by mortal man. We who remain do not know the waters there, but we do know the course to steer, and we believe that our shipmate is setting his course by those beacons that have been given before us, has found that harbor safely. To those loved ones whom our departed shipmate has left behind, awaiting their own day of departure and voyage to that same harbor of eternal mercy, we can only offer our sympathy in this time of separation and loneliness. There are many words that could be used at this time to describe the good and outstanding qualities of the one who has gone before. But we of the Fleet Reserve Association, of which he was a member, sum it up in one word: shipmate. That word, when spoken by Naval, Marine Corps, or Coast Guard personnel, embodies all that can be said of any person. Mr. Lee was a shipmate.
On behalf of shipmates at Branch 290 Fleet Reserve Association, I present this tribute as a symbol of love and devotion to our shipmate.
We who remain to carry on should not think of shipmate Austin as gone from us, but rather that our shipmate has been transferred to another ship or station where we all hope to be shipmates again. Let us pray.
Under guard, prepare to fire! Under guard. Port, arms. Half right, face. Blank ammunition, load. Ready, aim, fire. Fire. Aim, fire. Safety's 2. Half left, face, reset, arms. Under guard. Port, arms. Shoulder, arms. Prayer, rest. This banner of love and devotion, having been folded, is a living memorial to the courageous deeds of Leon Austin, the comrade we honor this day. The red stripes tell of the blood, sweat, and tears offered and conquered by his devotion to serve our great country. The white stripes tell of the peace that he helped bring about to future generations. The blue field denotes the sky that overlooks this great land of ours. The stars tell of his final resting place and denote the eternal watchfulness of God. This is our spiritual heritage. This is Mr. Lee's flag. Please receive it with a tear in all of our minds and a sorrow in all of our hearts. And now, by the power vested in the Beaches Honor Guard by the Department of Defense, on behalf of the President of the United States, the Secretary of the Navy, and a very, very grateful nation, we are honored to present you with this flag. We also present these shells in memory of the firing in his honor. Salute. Salute. Left face. Up. Arms. Left face. Forward. March.